Hmm. Good morning. Just checking through the few little steps that I do. It's showing up that my internet's not that strong this morning, so hopefully there won't be any issues. Just as a warning, if there is, I will refresh the screen first before I would have it restart. Like if it jumps out or ends or something silly. I only got one or two bars, which is unusual this time of morning. Anyway, good morning to everyone. I have gone just that slightly bit earlier than usual, purely because I have a volunteering session to go to this morning or today, and I do want to start that little bit earlier so that I've got good time to be there in good time, as we know. So, the Twitch just went and clicked in. That's interesting too. That took a bit of time. Anyway, what we're doing is the Daily Lenormand card spread reading for, what day are we? We're Thursday. I've got to keep track of the days a bit better. Thursday, the 22nd of April. Okay, so what we're doing is switching over to the cards so that you can see them for starters. And it is a 5-card spread that we're used to now. So we've got the home space is occupied by the Tower. We have the Moon, which is in the workspace. We've got the dice up there, that's in the unexpected energy field. We've got the Child in your role today, and we've got the Flowers in the outcome or the basis of the reading. Good morning, Diane. How are you? And we've got Caitlin here as well. You're on the Be Live platform, and we have Rena on the Ecamm platform. It feels like forever. Well, it can feel like that, can't it, when you're actually in the form of, there's certain things that become habit in some ways. And I know that for me, doing this, it's become a habit, but one of those good ones, because I'm still enjoying it. I love doing these. So, and sharing the time with you people too. So it's wonderful to have you here this little bit early, since I hadn't really warned anyone or scheduled it for the 7:30 as such, even though I'm not 7:30, I'm just before the 8 that I have scheduled. I just wanted to get a bit of a kickstart. So what we've got with the Tower, it is, and being in our home space, we've got the good foundations, remember, but the Tower is a bit more in a work mode type thing, but it's along the line of government stuff. So I know from my own experience with some of the things I've had to do in the home space, around what my home and my living has involved, looking after mum and stuff like that, it can be those government departments. So possibly there's something that you're needing to do with a Centrelink or with paying your registration or something like that, as far as a car rego goes. I even went to check my driver's license the other day because I knew it was this year, but I couldn't quite remember the date. So that's in December, so that's fine. But at least I got that prompt to check it. So this could be the card that you're needing to actually check something that's along that more official government type of thing that you're needing to do, but relevant to your home space. So do have a look into that and check up on that for yourselves in some form. It could just mean that you're wanting to build and strengthen what is your home base so that you're actually, standing tall with it. Like in the old days, when like medieval times, when it was the castles and the keeps that they used around the outside of their properties, it was this tower turret thing was to look out over the lands that were yours, and you surveyed them to make sure there wasn't anybody popping into invade, really, to unwelcome visitors. It could be something like that you needing to keep an eye out and be able to preempt some things. So, and Rennie, you're saying chase up your license that was paid but not sent. Well, there you go. So there is a direct interpretation and use for that card being there in your home space. That's what I like about the Lenormand deck, because they really are a more direct style of card to read. And especially the different depictions, artistry that are with different, people's decks, the different styles. You just read into, you feel into it. It's a single word, and then you feel into what that's meaning for you. So tell what does it mean to you in your home space. We're moving over to the moon now, which is that reflection light from the sun. We know that in our physics and what we do as far as our sciences at school, that the moon does reflect the sun. It brings that gentler energy, and it does influence the tides. And sometimes what our moods are, I'm just noticing a bit of a flaring of the light on this orange tablecloth. Is that annoying anyone? I don't know how I can change that, purely because the light's straight from the window. I will change the cloth colour next time, I think, because I can see that myself. I don't know whether you guys can. So here's a thing directly to do with the light, and it's actually affecting the camera, the way the camera is focusing. It is too. Anyway, we've got the mechanisms within us that's actually a part of what is the set physiologies. Oh, it's okay, Diane, thanks. It's part of the physiology. Physiology is our body, but which is involved in our workspace too. We're in our workspace, but it's also what goes through the cycles. So we're here knowing that we've got, I suppose it's on one of those quarters. I haven't actually checked. And then it'll go round to the full moon, and then it comes back down into the new moon, and around it goes. So it's something that really is a set cycle that we don't have much control over, but we can certainly have that control over what is placed within those cycles for us. And Caitlin, you're saying it's all good? Right, thank you. It's just something I'm seeing in the background. So certainly sit within that energy, be aware that there is some nurturing of a project needing to be done, and making sure that those finer details of it, those that can be seen or are revealed, that they are in their right spaces and places, so that it can continue through that cycling correctly, so that you know that everything's in its place, and shine the light on those bits and pieces that really need to be the sparkle, need to have those moonbeam type illumination, so that at the right times you've got what you're working on shining out as it needs to, and giving light off so that it's showing up what needs to, for whatever the project is. That's sort of the workspace. It does sit in its right place and space in the sky. So, you're going to have a little bit of nurturing time with just the fine tweaking, I feel, of what is going through your workspace at the moment. We do have, again, the dice in our day. So it's in the unexpected position this time. So it is, I feel it's that essence of luck that just happens, and it's going to come into your day in a playful way, because what we've got is the child again. So we've just had a bit of a movement of those energies. So allow that bit of playfulness and having a game, because when it comes up to dice, I really enjoy playing Yahtzee. So that's the one that comes to my mind every time with the dice. I don't gamble, so for me that's not an issue. But if you're prone to that, just be careful that those unexpected moments, you're not gambling too much with what is happening. Consider what is around you in the situation as you're moving through your day, that it's not going to be that gamble and taking too big a risk, but it's going to be that playful essence as we're moving down to the child here in your role. I think probably because most of us watching this are adults, that we're needing to take on a little bit of childlikeness, feel into the playfulness, the sense of adventure, not the childishness, where you can sometimes chuck a tantrum don't be like that. You know, it's having that warning of, to me, it feels like we can all be prone to throwing a tanty and, you know, losing our cool, giving off in argument in an angry way, that type of thing. I'm feeling that it really is just concentrating on that inner search for our childlikeness, that renew feeling into, I suppose, what's new in this? What can I learn from this? That's something new, that I can take it on a further adventure and create a new story, that type of thing. Instead of being the same old, that we're actually creating and authoring our own new story that brings into it some sense of adventure and playfulness, and allowing that pathway to start to develop in its more full capacity, so that we are taking the crawling, then the standing up and taking some steps, and then from that walking and running and having that movement forward, that we are progressing and bringing that back into our adulting. Okay. And I think really we'll be very well congratulated for that. We've got the flowers. The flowers are they're a gift. So we need to remember that we have this gift with us all the time as well, and that we can give a gift as well. It's not just about us receiving. So that in the center is some recognition of what is around and about us, as what we've been doing, what we've been taking part in, as well as looking around and about us at what others are doing and being able to gift and reward to them what is needed for, well, really just continuing on with this pathway and growing into that home base. Now my camera has seemed to, oh, interesting what happens around and about us as I'm saying that. The webcam seemed to have focused fully, because of the wobbles in the lighting's just stopped a bit. So with the flowers, certainly, you know, it really is that end product of work that's been, you know, you're tending the ground, the tilling, the weeding and everything else with gardening by someone, whether it's you or someone else, that's done all of that loving work to create, to allow nature to create. Nature creates the blooms. We don't. We just create the perfect conditions for it to be the best it can be. And we've got these beautiful blooms. Each and every one of us has created some form of beautiful work in our home space, our workspace, in our living, in how we present ourselves to the world, and bringing that forward and having that gifting of to us and gifting to others. So there we are. Oh, good morning, Sarah. They are beautiful cards. Oh, you're not so late in that respect. It's that I started early, okay, because I have Monday, Thursdays are the volunteering days, and I've got something else afterwards today, so I really needed to start a little bit early. So I surprised everyone. And Rena, you had a client cancel, so you asked work not to fill it so you can spend some time with the girls. Oh, wow, maybe even sushi. Yumbo. That's a wonderful way to spend some time, isn't it? Instead of filling up with work continually, to spend some time, you gifted yourself that time. Even on that etheric level, the client was meant to cancel. You know, all these things that do fall into place, that we can have those lovely rewards for ourselves and for others, because think of that gift for your girls. So wonderful. It really is. So it really is a great set of cards today. So those of you who felt that you were late, you weren't late. Normally I would have been starting in 6 minutes time, instead of I started quite early. Go back to the replay, watch from the start, tune into what the cards are telling you. Well, the cards themselves don't, but your connection to spirit does, your intuition, your psychic senses. Tune into them, give them a good practice, and sense, what are these gifting me as their message? So we get the gift even in having the card readings each morning, and gift that out to others. Let them know that this is what goes on every morning, is a lovely little card reading, and certainly direct them to the website that I still got to keep. I haven't been back to it. I've got to fine tune it. And the Buy Me a Coffee site. So I really appreciate and love the support that I've been getting. Thank you very much to those who've been buying me coffees. Thank you. And, certainly taking part in readings that I can share with you as well. We all do need to earn our livings, and that's the way that I have chosen to now. So thank you very much for that support. Be back tomorrow morning. What's today? Is Thursday, Friday. Yeah, it's back to the normal 8 o'clock. It will be tomorrow. There won't be a, just while I remember it, for tomorrow night, there won't be the Friday's Intuitive Chat with Leanne and Ros, because we're doing something else, but some of that sort of stuff will be revealed over time. So I probably will just do a session later tonight, as I don't know if Leanne will be available for that, but it won't be tomorrow night. It could be tonight, so keep your ears and eyes open for that one. Okay, so thank you, Rena. Lovely for that. Thank you. I love the little hearts. And we've got someone who's in the Facebook group. Hi, and thank you. You're not late. I started early, so certainly go back to the replay with any of these. The replay is always available there. As soon as this is finished, you can go back to the start. That's how Facebook works with these videos. And I don't take them down, so that's okay too. Even if you miss out and you want to go and look on my YouTube channel, I do have a YouTube, so you'll find the playlist for all of the days. They're all in one place. So you just need to subscribe. I don't know if you have to subscribe on YouTube, but you certainly, I welcome you to do that. So just search for Rosboundy. You'll see it there with the little labels. And a playlist is available for the 2021 daily card readings. So, oh, hi, Shaz. We've got Shaz just popped in, and I've just mentioned, yes, I started early, so you'll have to watch the replay now. And thank you, Caitlin. Don't we all not? We all are highly self-critical. So do I think I'm amazing? Thank you. Thank you. Shyness, blushing, all that. Thank you. And look, I'll see you either tonight, for those that can pop in tonight, or tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Same, it's not a bat, same channel, same time. We'll see you then. Keep being the best you that you can be. Bye for now. Namaste. That's namaste. Spirit in me recognises the spirit in you. I think that's what it means. That's how I intend it. Yeah. Thank you. I do. That's why I put it up there. Thank you. Bye.